All right, welcome to today's explainer. So picture this. You sit down at your desk, you've got a full list of goals, you are completely ready to conquer the day, but somehow you end up scrolling on your phone for 3 hours. Sound familiar? You finish the day feeling completely exhausted, like running a marathon exhausted, incredibly busy, but then you realize nothing important actually moved forward. Today, we're undertaking a deep dive into reclaiming our focus. We are going to approach this with a calm, clinical, and empathetic look at what is actually happening inside your head right now, and more importantly, how we can fix it. Look, I want to speak directly to that frustration you're probably feeling. It is maddening when your motivation seems to just vanish the second things get hard, or when you feel drained despite doing absolutely nothing physically taxing. I need you to hear this right now. You are not inherently lazy. That vanishing motivation and that intense brain fog, those are neurological symptoms. They are not a moral failing on your part. For years, we've been taught to blame ourselves for a lack of willpower, labeling it inherent laziness. But the truth is entirely different. Your brain isn't lazy, it's just completely overstimulated. It's being silently hijacked by constant digital noise, notifications, and instant gratification. It is drowning in so much stimulation that it has absolutely no space left to think or focus. It's like trying to listen to a whisper in the middle of a rock concert. So here is our roadmap for today. 1. Diagnosing overload. 2. Neurochemistry of withdrawal. 3. Day 1 confinement. 4. Day 2 silence. 5. Day 3 rewiring. And 6. The prognosis.
Section 1. Diagnosing overload. The symptoms of a hijacked brain.
Think of me as your therapist reviewing your chart for a second. Does this list look familiar? Your attention span is destroyed. Your motivation disappears in seconds. Even simple everyday tasks feel painfully boring, and your brain just endlessly craves more scrolling. This happens because cheap dopamine creates this totally fake sense of busyness. You are feeding your brain high-reward chemicals for zero-effort activities, which makes normal tasks feel utterly intolerable by comparison. Section 2. Neurochemistry of withdrawal. Starving the weakness. Okay, this right here is the biological core of our problem, the dopamine baseline. So dopamine is the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation, pleasure, and drive. When you constantly bombard it with junk dopamine, short-form videos, junk food, those endless notifications, your brain actually compensates by down-regulating its own receptors. Your natural baseline drops. Suddenly, you need massive amounts of stimulation just to feel normal. Instant gratification literally rots your natural baseline for pleasure. And here is your clinical treatment timeline. From a neuroscience viewpoint, this is exactly what happens during a purge. Right at the 24-hour mark, you're going to experience a dopamine crash. Your brain is basically going to throw a tantrum, resulting in severe irritability. By 48 hours, the noise starts to clear out, but you get hit with this deep, profound boredom as your thoughts finally settle. But stick with it, because by 72 hours, boom, your neurotransmitter receptors begin to upregulate again, your baseline resets, the biology finally starts working for you instead of against you. Section 3, Day 1, Radical Self-Confinement. I'm going to deliver this tough love protocol very clearly. For the first 24 hours, you must completely eliminate everything that rewards your brain without actual effort. I mean it. Delete the social media apps, step away from the video games, cut out the junk food and adult content, turn off the internet completely. If an activity gives you a dopamine hit without a struggle, it has to go. We are aggressively cutting the supply lines to your addiction. You are going to go offline and exist solely with your own mind. And look, I know that sounds intense, and honestly, it's going to feel really uncomfortable. But that discomfort, that is the literal sensation of your brain healing. Feeling uncomfortable offline is exactly what the recovery process demands. Section 4, Day 2, Stepping into Silence. When those intense urges hit, and trust me, they will, here is your clinical prescription to manage the irritability. Go outside for a walk, but do not bring your phone. Leave your headphones and your podcast at home. Just walk in raw silence. Furthermore, commit to sitting in total, unbroken silence for at least 10 minutes a day. We are so used to plugging our ears with noise to escape our own thoughts, right? While raw silence is the required medicine that forces an addicted brain to finally settle and confront itself. So the crucial point of Day 2 is facing your internal noise once all that external noise is gone. We do this using what I call the mirror ritual. Stand in front of a mirror and look directly into your own eyes for 5 minutes. Ask yourself, really honestly, Who are you pretending to be? Then grab a notebook and let all the chaos, the bad habits, the excuses, just pour it all onto the page. Finally, rip that page up and destroy it. This is a remarkably powerful psychological signal to your subconscious that the old version of you is officially gone.
Section 5, Day 3, Rewiring for Growth.
By the third day, we pivot. We're actively trading the cheap pleasure of our past, that immediate, unearned dopamine that rotted our focus, for earned dopamine. Because you aren't getting your chemical rewards from a screen anymore, you have to force your brain to earn them through physical and mental resistance. This means embracing things like freezing cold showers, heavy raw workouts without music or mirrors, and deep, focused reading. You must intentionally choose pain and resistance. When you step into a freezing cold shower, your body is instinctively going to scream at you to quit. But choosing to stay, actually scratch that, choosing to override that panic, that is the literal neurological mechanism that rewires your motivation. You are training your mind to realize that a chemical reward only comes after a struggle.
Section 6, The Prognosis, Long-Term Mental Health Benefits.
The long-term mental health benefits here are absolutely profound. This 72-hour protocol resets your brain's entire reward system. It massively reduces that persistent mental fatigue you've been dragging around. It improves your capacity for deep concentration and helps you regain lasting control over your daily habits. But remember, and I really want you to hear me on this, merely watching this explainer is just another form of easy dopamine. Understanding the science doesn't cure you. Executing the plan is what brings these true, lasting psychological benefits.
I want to anchor this entire 72-hour journey on this core ethos. This is what you absolutely must take away from today. The struggle of the withdrawal, the pain of the cold showers, the deafening volume of the raw silence, it is all entirely worth it. You are stepping into the fire to rewire your brain to become addicted to growth instead of comfort. The mental clarity waiting for you on the other side is literally life-changing.
So here is my final provocative question for you. Are you ready to disappear for 3 days? Are you actually ready to starve your weaknesses and rebuild your focus from scratch? If you are truly ready to begin your neurological recovery right now, write down day 0 and lock it in. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I challenge you, start your reset today.